The state transportation director is pushing to install speed enforcement cameras on Hawaii's roads. 20 years ago, mobile enforcement units called van cams created a ruckus among some drivers that gave speed cameras a bad reputation here. But with speed-related deaths high, Department of Transportation Director Ed Sniffen is lobbying for speed cameras, a lot like the red light cameras that have already been installed around Honolulu.
We're going to mount them in one place. We're going to put up signs that says you're being monitored by speed cameras in this area. So if you speed, it's all on you now.
The city transportation director says public support for speed cams may depend on the success of red light cameras, but could be useful as part of a strategy that also includes speed humps and other engineering tactics to slow people down. Drivers are paying more attention at Kapiolani Boulevard, where 16-year-old Sarah Yara was struck and killed in February. The Department of Transportation says last week its cameras caught an average of 9 red light runners per day. Before those were installed with the speed humps, the DOT counted about 88 violations a day, and that was just from westbound drivers. Starting on Saturday, those cameras will stop issuing warnings and will start issuing citations. We've also learned that nearly 1,100 gallons of water have been removed from 14 fuel tanks at Red Hill. This was all condensation, and it took 3 days to separate it from the jet fuel so that the fuel maintains its quality when it is removed. The water will now be stored in an above-ground holding tank. The military still has to complete nearly 80 repairs by the end of May before the fuel can be removed from the tanks. That's expected to start this fall and finish in mid-2024. Officials say the tanks will be fully closed by August of 2027. But the military does want to reuse the tanks somehow, despite some opposition. They are soliciting ideas for how they should be reused.
We've already received about 250 recommendations, and the survey's only been live for 2 weeks now. But a couple of them I've seen is one was using it as a data center. Another recommendation was using it for water storage.
Well, so those are two vastly different things, right? Yeah. This is obviously a big facility. It would store a lot of data or it would store a lot of water. Yeah.
We'll post a link to this survey online at hawaiinewsnow.com. You can go to the Sunrise tab, then click the As Seen on Sunrise link.
By early next week, another weak front's going to move in. This one's not going to have much of an impact, but it will be lingering around and stalling over the state through Thursday. So your 7-day forecast shows a fair bit of sunshine, a few splashes here and there, and again, that front coming in sometime between Monday and Tuesday.
This See It Now digital news brief is sponsored by Long's Drugs, bringing our heart to every moment of your health.